The dark secret of Judas Iscariot. For 2,000 years, one name has been the ultimate synonym for betrayal. His kiss on a cheek sealed his master's fate, condemning his soul to eternal fire. In every Bible, Judas is the villain who sold the light for 30 pieces of silver. But what if everything you know about that night in Gethsemane is a lie? A lie designed to hide a truth far more terrifying than a simple betrayal? In the 1970s, deep within an Egyptian cave, a treasure hunter found something. A tattered ancient codex written in a dead language containing a private conversation. In this text, Jesus doesn't look at Judas as a traitor. He sees him as the only disciple who truly understands who Jesus is, and more importantly, who the God truly is that rules this world. Today, we unearth the Gospel of Judas. Prepare yourself. We discover why Jesus laughed at his apostles and who the foolish God is, and why Judas was chosen for the darkest mission in history. Welcome to the hidden side of faith. The kiss that shattered reality. For 2 millennia, Judas Iscariot has been the ultimate symbol of betrayal. His name synonymous with treachery, his act in Gethsemane, a dark stain on history. The traditional narrative paints him as greedy, selling his master for 30 pieces of silver. But what if this widely accepted story is merely a carefully constructed facade? A veil over a truth far more profound and unsettling? In the 1970s, a discovery in Egypt challenged this narrative. A tattered codex, the Gospel of Judas, emerged from the sands of time. It revealed a private conversation hidden for centuries. In this text, Jesus doesn't condemn Judas. Instead, he sees him as the only disciple who truly comprehends his mission and the true nature of the God who governs this material world. The laugh of Jesus, worshiping the wrong God. Imagine the scene: Jesus with his 12 disciples, praying, celebrating the Eucharist. Suddenly, Jesus begins to laugh, not a laugh of joy, but of mockery. The disciples, confused and offended, ask, "Teacher, why are you laughing at us?" Jesus delivers a bombshell. "I am not laughing at you. You are not doing this by your own will, but because through this, your God will be worshipped." The disciples are furious. They believe they worship Jesus' Father. But Jesus reveals the God of this world, demanding sacrifices, is not his Father. The 12 apostles are blind, serving a jailer while believing they serve the liberator. Only Judas has the strength to stand up and look Jesus in the eye. "I know who you are and where you have come from," Judas declares. "You have come from the immortal realm of Barbello." At that moment, the dynamic shifts. Judas isn't the traitor. He is the only initiate into the secret of the simulation. Sackless, the mad architect. To understand Judas, we must grasp the cosmology Jesus reveals in private. In the beginning, not one God, but an expansion of infinite light. From this light emerged celestial beings called eons. But one, an ignorant, lesser angel, decided to create his own kingdom. His name, Sackless, the Fool. Sackless, an inferior craftsman, built our material reality as a flawed copy. He is the one who said, "Let us make man in our image, not out of love, but to have slaves." This is the great secret. We live in the realm of sackless, a realm of death, rigid laws, and forced amnesia. The other apostles are trapped worshiping Sackless, the god of sacrifice. But Judas understands Jesus comes from beyond, from Barbella. Jesus tells Judas he will be the 13th spirit, cursed by all generations. But ultimately, he will rule over them. Judas has a vision, the apostles stoning him, persecuting him. He knows his role will be that of a monster, but accepts the burden. Because the betrayal is actually an act of liberation. The sacrifice, the true betrayal. If Jesus is a being of light trapped in a human body, then that body is his prison. To return to his immortal realm, he must shed the flesh. But he cannot do it alone. He needs someone to hand him over, so his physical shell can be destroyed, allowing his spirit to escape the simulation. Jesus looks at Judas and says, "You will exceed all of them, Judas, for you will sacrifice the man that clothes me." The betrayal wasn't about money. It was a direct order from Jesus. Judas didn't sell out his friend. He helped his master die to be free. The kiss in the garden wasn't the sign of an enemy, it was a co-conspirator. Judas accepted being the villain of human history to be the hero of the cosmic one. This discovery changed how we look at early Christianity forever. It shows us that reality was a trap and the bad guy knew the truth. If you're passionate about questioning what we've been told is absolute truth, hit like and subscribe to Obsera. We don't settle for the surface of history. We dig for the roots of the mystery. What happens to Judas after this is even stranger. The fate of the 13th spirit. The Gospel of Judas ends abruptly. We see Judas receiving money and handing Jesus over. There is no scene of regret, no suicide out of guilt. Only the cold fulfillment of a mission. However, there is one final warning. Jesus tells Judas he will continue to suffer. He calls him the 13th demon or spirit. Some interpretations suggest Judas remained trapped in an intermediate position, neither in the light nor in total darkness. Was Judas a secret saint or a pawn in a cosmic game he didn't fully grasp? This text forces us to look at the shadows of our history with new eyes. Do you believe Judas was truly Jesus' favorite disciple? Or is this gospel the creation of an ancient sect that wanted to scandalize the world? Imagine your purpose was to be hated for eternity just to save someone else. Would you accept it? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Share this episode of Obsera with someone who dares to doubt. I'm your host for Obsera. Stay alert. Because sometimes the brightest light hides behind the darkest betrayal. I'll see you in the next mystery.